So what really is homestead exemption? And do you really need to file it? It's Take a Tip Tuesday. Hi, my name is Kristina Smallhorn, and if you just had a closing, your title attorney might have told you that you needed to file homestead exemption. And you're thinking, how much could that really save me, and what the heck is homestead exemption? So we're just gonna get right into it right now, and I'm gonna explain to you what homestead exemption is. Homestead exemption is the property tax often given to someone who owns a property and lives in their primary residence. Homestead exemption laws typically have four primary features. One, preventing the forced sale of a home to meet the demands of creditors, usually accept mortgages, mechanics liens, or sales to paid property taxes. Two, providing the spouse with shelter. Three, providing an exemption for property taxes on a home. Four, allowing tax-exempt homeowners to vote on property taxes and increases to homeowners over a threshold by bond or millage requests. Every state varies when it comes to homestead exemption, so always check with your local tax assessor's office or your real estate agent to get the idea of what your homestead exemption covers. In Louisiana, we have property homestead exemption. A homestead exemption is most often on a fixed monetary amount, such as $75,000 on the assessed value. The remainder is taxed at a normal rate. A home valued at $175,000 would be only taxed on the first $100,000, and the home valued at $100,000 would only be taxed for the $25,000. The exemption is generally intended to turn the tax into a progressive tax. Louisiana exempts the first $75,000 for your tax exemption. So how can homestead exemption really save you money in a real life situation if you were to buy a home here in Ascension Parish? Take this example alone. You have a property that's worth $220,000 with no tax exemption. Your taxes would be $2,750. But if you had filed the homestead exemption, your taxes would be $1,812.50. That's a savings of $937.50. So who actually qualifies for homestead exemption here in Ascension Parish and throughout Louisiana? In order to qualify for an exemption from property taxes, you must own and occupy the property. The only one primary residence per individual or married couple qualifies for Louisiana homestead exemption. Soon after the act of sale on your recent purchase of property, your attorney, notary, or closing company will file an act of sale with the parish clerk of court. Shortly after filing, you will receive a recorded copy of your title along with the necessary information to bring to your tax assessor's office and file your homestead exemption. In Ascension Parish, they've made it a lot easier for homeowners to go ahead and file their homestead exemption, and I will leave you a link in the description to that particular link so that way you'll be able to file easily. Here in Louisiana, they've been trying to change the rules when it comes to homestead exemption. They wanted to take that $75,000 of homestead exemption amount and give it to the parishes to decide on how much was actually going to be going towards certain things. So they wanted to give it to the voters to choose how much they really wanted to take off for their homestead exemption. So instead of the $75,000, you could take that amount and make it $74,000 and take $1,000 of that and put it back towards schools and roads. This was not passed, thankfully, and our $75,000 has remained intact, and we as parishes do not get to vote on this. It's just the flat $75,000 homestead exemption. If you want to read the whole entire law when it comes to homestead exemption here in Louisiana, I put a very useful link in the description. It actually even mentions about usufruct and naked ownership, which I did a video before on. So if you want to know anything about usufruct and naked owners, go ahead and click the video over here. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell, because next week I'm going to make a very boring topic very interesting, and it's all about why you need an owner's title policy. I know it doesn't sound very interesting, but it's super beneficial to you. My name is Kristina Smallhorn, your real estate whisperer, and I tell you all this because you matter.